Hi friends, Alaska Crafty Gal Victoria here. I am here with a goals video for 2021. I've got it written on my board here. All of my goals that I want to accomplish this year. I was pretty successful with my goals for last year. I'm not going to do a year in review, just because I'm not. I would have to go back and watch what I had planned on doing for the year. Just off the top of my head, I know that being more charitable was one of my goals for 2020, and I accomplished that by all the hats and the soap sacks and the dish rags and the towels and things that I've crocheted for charity. And then another thing is I wanted to learn a new stitch. I learned corner to corner. I know that's not a big deal to some people, but it was a big deal to me. So I accomplished that. I also, I think one of my goals obviously was to use my stash. I have plenty of yarn. I did do that. I accomplished utilizing, I don't know what it was, 15,811 grams. My goal was 10,000 grams. Teach somebody to crochet. I accomplished that. I was teaching 2 people to learn how to crochet. I will insert a photo here of my daughter Anna learning to crochet. I don't know if I got any video of her, but I also have been teaching my son Zach how to crochet, which here's a photo, handsome devil, and here's a short video of him learning to crochet. Cute. You're doing good though. You're doing it. You're making a really long chain. So, accomplished that. What else was one of my goals? I just think being more mindful of purchases. Now I did have to make a couple purchases in 2020 regarding yarn because it was too complete a project. I was gifted some yarn. Other than that, I accomplished that. So, to go over my goals here for 2021, I'm going to put in a photo up close, a still photo while we talk about it. So, I'm going to keep track of everything in one of the composition notebooks that I made. I made a bunch of these. They were for sale in a store here. Long story short, the store closed, and now I have several of these, and I've been gifting them, but I still have a few, so I decided I'm going to use it instead of just having it sit on a shelf collecting dust. Use what you have. So I'm going to keep track in this notebook. I'm going to keep track of all the grams of yarn I used again, just like I did last year. The projects, the hook size, not necessarily how long it took me to complete it, just maybe the date when I started it and the date when I finished it. It's not like I'm putting myself on a super strict regimented time limit, but just for my own knowledge, I just kind of sort of want to know. I used to do that on Ravelry a lot, but I don't really utilize that website as much as I used to. I should, but I don't. Anyway, I have this notebook I'm going to keep track of everything on, as well as how many hats I make, things like that. Just keep really good, accurate log of everything I'm doing. As you can see, this year of 2021 is Year of the Blanket. I should also call it Year of the Blanket / dishcloth. For those of you that have been with me for a while, I wanted to do a crochet along for 2021 of dishcloths. This is the book I was going to use. The month by month dishcloths. It is a Premier Yarns. And every month, I won't show you obviously the pattern, but every month you crochet dishcloths. Now I was hoping, I had Madonna Ballard. Go check her out. She emailed me and found this book on a website, and I wrote it down. But I'm notoriously known for writing stuff on a little scrap piece of paper, tucking it in somewhere, and then misplacing a notebook or whatnot. So I can't remember the name of the website. So Madonna, if you're watching, could you post it down in the comments, and I will pin it to the top comment. So if anybody is interested in maybe trying to find this book used, again, it is month by month dishcloths, Premier Yarns. I found it's by Pat Olsky. Oh, it's a horrible glare from my ring light, but she found it pretty inexpensively. I know on Amazon and eBay people were saying they had found them, but they were really expensive. I got mine on sale at Joann's. But I'm going to be making these dishcloths every month. Is one of my goals for 2021. I will be doing these all year long. So for those of you that were able to find the book, I would love it if you did this with me. I'll be showing them at the end of the month, not at the beginning, because I just can't promise you the time I will have. So end of the month, I will show you my completed objects every month. If you can find it, I would really love it to have people join me doing this dishcloth make along for the year. All right, so that's one of my goals for 2021. Also, another goal of mine, like I said, Year of the Blanket. I think I have, let me just rough guess here, 7-ish blankets in the works, maybe 8, maybe 11. I couldn't even tell you. Quite a bit of blankets, unfinished, that I want to complete. I've been putting it off now for some 6 months, some a year, some longer. So, Year of the Blankets. Other than 2, 3 baby blankets I'm working on at the same time, I am going to finish every single blanket. It's a goal. Every single blanket I have currently in the works by the end of this year. That is my goal. I realized doing the temperature blanket last year that if you just work a little bit every single day, by the end of the year, you're done. So whether I'm just doing a few rows or a few squares and attaching them, join as you go, it's going to be done by the end of the year. If I worked on each one a little bit every week, I'll be done with all of them by the end of the year. So that is a goal. Number 1 priority. Second goal for this year, use my pattern books more. I've got so many lovely, wonderful pattern books. I also have patterns that were gifted to me. Thank you, Dawn. Which I will be showing in a Happy Mail video, probably this weekend. But I have some fantastic pattern books, patterns I've downloaded, patterns I've purchased in the past that have just been sitting. I want to utilize my patterns more. So you will probably be seeing a lot more of the books I've purchased in the past, things I'm making out of those books. Next goal, more scrappy projects. I was hoping to use all of my yarn ball scraps through the course of this year, and I used a lot. I had a huge blue zip-up bag full of yarn balls. Gone. This is what I have left. With the exception of this cotton yarn blocking, I have this basket, that basket, and whatever's in this jar here. So not a whole lot left, but still quite a bit. So these baskets, my goal is to get them emptied. Empty baskets of scrap yarn. So more scrap projects. Now, I know when I think scrappy, I think crazy colors, all mixed up, just bright, bright, bright. But you can do a very controlled scrappy project that looks very neutrals. You can do all neutrals, hues of one color. If you want to do whatever your favorite color is, green, blue, orange, red, you can do hues, all different shades of that one color and do a scrappy project that looks very sleek and not so rainbow. I know a lot of people don't like rainbow bright. It doesn't really fit the decor of their house, but I love it. I love that bright color, crazy funkiness. So I'm completely happy with that. So I think I'm going to do some more neutral. I have a really great plan for another temperature blanket this year, but I decided to scratch that because I have enough blankets in the works and finish all the blankets I currently have. So not going to be doing a temperature blanket this year. Other than that, my last goal is finishing finishing projects before I start a bunch of new ones. I suffer big time from startitis, and I see all these patterns and I go on Pinterest and I watch YouTube and I see what other people are making and I'm like, ooh, I want to do that. I want to do that. And I start all these projects. And by the end of the year, sure, I get quite a few projects done, but I've got so many project bags filled with half completed, quarter completed, 3/4 completed projects. So finish projects before I start new ones. So that's going to be harder. Hi, have you met me? I'm Victoria and I have startitis. So now as far as my channel goes, goals I have for my channel, I want to upload more often. I know sometimes I go MIA for a while. I always come back. Life happens. We can never predict what's going to happen. But provided there's no major life event, I want to upload more often, 2 to 3 times a week. I'm not going to do major long videos, but just updates. Maybe a work in progress video once a week, life stuff, things I've completed objects once a week, maybe a discovery of a new channel, things like that. Also, I would love to do more tutorials. I really enjoyed doing the couple that I have done, and I've learned so much since I've started my YouTube channel, and I would love, love, love to do more tutorials. But I don't write my own patterns. I've created my own patterns, but I haven't written them out. So I think I'm going to try an attempt to start writing some patterns. Now I would want some pattern testers to make sure the pattern makes sense to you the way my brain works, and see if it makes sense. But that will be down the road, but I would really enjoy doing more tutorials. I'm going to be reaching out to some designers and asking permission to do tutorials on some of their designs and see if I can get some tutorials done that way to begin with. So hopefully you all will be seeing more tutorials this year. Also, I have on there do a mal or a cal. Now, I'm already going to be doing this, but I really want to do one that is a free pattern so everybody can participate. I know a lot of people are on fixed incomes. Some people have lost their jobs. Some people have to tighten those bootstraps a little bit because maybe their hours are getting cut. So I would love to do some, maybe with a make along or a crochet along with some free patterns I've found. we'll just see how that goes. But I do have plans for getting some of those done this year. All right, those are my goals for 2021. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like this kind of yarny business, stick around. I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next video. Thank you guys. See you next time. Alaska Crafty Gal Victoria here. Bye-bye.